Hello everybody and welcome to Textile Talkies. This is our first inaugural episode, and for the first inaugural episode we have a big celebrity from the textile world. It is a great pleasure to introduce him. Maybe you can find out his family name, of course, is a worldwide known brand name. Their earlier tagline was specialist from bale to sliver. So I think some of you must have guessed it. Yes, it's true. It's Mr. Heinrich Tussler. Hello, sir. Welcome
Hello,
to the
Mr.
show.
Peraka.
How are you, sir?
Welcome. I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you very much for giving your time, sir.
No problem.
So it's a nice gesture from you. So to begin with, Sir Tussler has started in 1888. So it's almost like 130 years.
Yes.
And you are the fourth generation, and the company has seen so much ups and downs. And with the modern era competition and all, how do you take the pressures and everything of the legacy which the family has in you?
Yes, of course, there is a pressure and there is a responsibility we have. The Tussler company is now 130 years old, and I'm the fourth generation. So it is my responsibility to lead Tussler into the next 100 years.
Good.
We see it as a family-owned company, very long-term thinking. So I think that soon maybe the fifth generation will come, and we will do whatever is necessary to keep Tussler as a family-owned company and to go into the future.
Yes, so we would like to know that, as you were growing up, maybe your grandfather was trying to groom you. How was it in your childhood years?
Unfortunately, my grandfather passed away when I was only 5 years old.
Oh.
But I still have a memory of him, and he was a great leader of the Tussler company. I remember much better, of course, my father, with whom I worked quite a lot together.
Yeah.
So the tradition of my grandfather and also my great-grandfather are still alive in me and in the company.
Nice to know that. And so everybody, like we common people, when we are growing up, we have our own dreams. Like I'll become an engineer or a pilot. So you had any separate dreams, or you always knew that you are going to work and take over the company?
When I was young, I wanted to become a doctor.
Oh.
Doctor of medicine. But
Oh.
since we had the company,
Yes.
and later on I learned to know more about the company, and I loved the company and our business.
Yeah.
So then it was clear that I will try to succeed my father,
Yeah.
Hans Tussler, and his cousin Hermann Tussler. And so then I studied economic
Okay.
in Switzerland, and I started to work for Tussler.
But now, in hindsight, do you regret, or you are happy that you are not a doctor and you are taking?
No, I'm very happy that I had the opportunity to work for Tussler and to take over my father's company. I have a partner, Michael Schürenkrämer,
Yes, we know him.
with whom I run the company now for over 30 years.
Yes, and when you are growing up, you had any role models? Because everybody has, they look up to some figure. So who was your role model in the growing up years?
Of course there were some leaders in the textile machine industry, some big names, big companies like Schlafhorst.
Yeah.
But I admired my father. I could see him, I could see what he does in the industry, I could see how many friends he had in the industry, partners of Tussler, but also, of course, customers. So I learned a lot from my father, and he was the one whom I tried to follow.
Okay, now as you said, you are almost, I think you joined in 1968.
I joined the company in 1984.
1984, so it's how much now? 34 years.
35 years now.
35 years. So do you think you have taken it to a very nice high place, or there are some dreams left with you?
I'm sorry.
Let's just get
Maybe you can repeat the questions.
like it's now 34 years, so you took over in 1984, as you said. So from that time, the company has grown, it has come. So are you happy, or you still have some dreams left that it should be at some other level?
First of all, I'm happy that we are very successful with Trützschler company, and during the time that Michael Scheurenkrämer and myself are responsible for Trützschler, that the company grew and had a very successful development and is today the number one in the field of blow room, carding, drawing and combing, of course, as well as card wire and non-wovens. So the company is much bigger than it was before. So we are very proud, but we know that we cannot stop working. It's still a lot of hard work, and there are many goals we have to make the company even bigger and more successful.
Yeah. So we'll be right back after a short break. So see you soon.
One exhibition, one agency. Balakrishna, media, events, hospitality. Contact us now.
Welcome back to the show. We are still in conversation with Mr. Heinrich Trützler. So India and China are the biggest textile markets. So how does Trützler as a company look at both these countries?
Both countries are very important for Trützler company. They are the biggest markets in the world. China is even a bit bigger than India, but doing business in both countries is slightly different. In China we have a company in Shanghai for about 17 years now, whereas in India we have the company TIPL in Ahmedabad for 40 years now. It was founded in 1978, it started production, and so we have a very long tradition in India. We have a very high market share, and doing business in India is more family related because most of the customers and most of the spinning mills are family owned, such as Trützler, and that is what makes it really fun to do business in India for Trützler.
Do you have any special plans for investment or expansions in India?
Yes, we will shift some further production of further products and machinery from various parts of the world to India, because our operation in India is very successful, and it makes a lot of sense to produce textile machinery in India.
Okay, and since we are at ITMA Barcelona, so how is the show going on so far?
Yes, we have a lot of new developments, starting with bale opening. There is a new bale opener with better blending, a new carding machine, which is revolutionary. It has an automatic setting of the carding gap. We call it TC19i. I means intelligent.
Okay.
So a new draw frame as well as an improved comber, and a lot of new equipment in the area of non-wovens as well as in the field of card wire.
Okay, and Trützler, at every ITMA they have a tradition. I mean, each ITMA we have a new card. So this is 2019, we have TC19. So has the plans for TC23 already begun? How does it work?
First we have to introduce TC19 into the market, but I'm sure that Trützler will have some ideas for a new card in 2023, and see it come as a surprise, I guess.
Yes, and so now you are the fourth generation. How is the fifth generation prepared to take over?
The fifth generation has been on our booth. They visited ITMA. They have been here more or less the whole time. They were introduced to our customers, and it seems that they like our business a lot.
Okay, and finally we have a few questions for you. Hopefully you should know the answers. So first, when was the DK760 introduced?
760 was introduced, I think, in 1991.
1 point. That's good. When did Trussler take over Fleissner?
Fleissner we took over in 2006.
2 points. I'm sure you know all. When did we introduce Magnetop?
Magnetop, maybe that was at ITMA 2007 in Munich.
3 points. Let's go back. When was the first card introduced?
That was 1967, I know for sure, in
The
Basel.
number?
The number was DK1 maybe.
4 points. The last point, you have already answered it, but since it's the question, when did Trumax start?
Trumax started in 1978,
Yeah.
producing machines, 40 years.
So that's
40.
5 out of 5. So we were in conversation with Mr. Heinrich Trussler. Thank you very much, sir, for
Thank
taking
you,
your
Mr.
time. It was a
Taraka.
pleasure to
It
talk
was a
with you.
pleasure.
And with that, we come to this end of this episode. Next time, we'll surely be having some another celebrity. Till then, keep buying some clothes. Bye.